What?
And I'm going to give you one opportunity because we're friends.
Winner!
Who gives a shit about where the ball's been?
Yeah, F him. They went from loving this guy, best move ever, to hating him.
I think it's the most ridiculous thing in the world.
I love it because it tells you how the game was played.
There's nowhere for him to go. Literally, I think there's one place.
You can't do that in the national team.
Those things that are absolutely insane.
Successful and sexy? No. It wasn't aggravating at times? Yes.
Sorry,
That's not very fair.
It's not about being fair.
Welcome to the greatest soccer show ever. Well, hey, welcome to the weekly recap from We Are Soccer. Wait a minute. It's Sunday night. We're back at our usual time. Thanks for joining, folks. Listen, we got a lot to talk about. Football is back. We don't have to deal with any more of that international crap. That was garbage. No one wanted to watch that. We all wanted to watch our club teams play. Finally, they're back after a week, which seemed like a year hiatus. Thank goodness. Some great games this past weekend for us to talk about. We've got lots of wins for your club. Some of the most famous clubs in the world had some big wins. I know all of you are waiting to talk about it. Manchester United won, Aston Villa won, Manchester City won, Arsenal won, Liverpool. Liverpool stunned at home by Nottingham Forest. Big 3 points for Nottingham Forest there at Anfield. 55 years it's been since they've been there and won. Congratulations, Nottingham Forest. Oh. You know, it seems like Nottingham Forest every year pull out a big win. Brooks, we haven't even gotten through the intro and you raised your hand.
If a tree falls in Anfield, do you hear it?
Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh.
That is what you had to interrupt him for?
Yeah. Turn your mic on, please.
Apparently.
I got you.
All right. So, listen, we got a lot to get to today. Oh, and by the way, it's official. Mauricio Pochettino is in at US Men's Soccer. We got to be happy about that, right, boys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Mauricio Pochettino.
I guess so. I don't know.
A couple of weeks ago, we thought, ain't never going to happen.
Well, we all thought it was bullshit, and I still said.
You still think it's bullshit? But even though it is real.
Still think it's going to be Steve Chirino. He's just going to be like, surprise. Just kidding.
Surprise, I'm out. See you later.
New Zealand tie, huh? Never mind.
I'm going to tell you my theory about that in a little bit here when we get to that.
Is it like my conspiracy theories?
No, not quite as deep as yours and as off the wall.
Oh, that sucks.
No,
Anyways.
sorry. But we got some.
Hey.
Yeah. All right. Before we jump in and really talk some football with the boys here, I do want to say a big thank you to our partners, a big thank you to Soccer World, a big thank you to Next Level Training, a big thank you to the Michigan Jaguars. My daughter played out in Ann Arbor. Michigan Jaguars today, big win, nothing win for her team. She played phenomenal. Big thank you to Thomas McGee's. I was downtown yesterday at Thomas McGee's. Eric, thank you again for hosting the Aston Villa group as we had a banging time with Johan Duran scoring the winner. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And thank you to the football doc, Dr. Zachary Atwood. Such a good dude. If you've been injured recently and you need to get fixed up, get to the doctor, Dr. Zach Atwood. All right, boys. Listen, we're going to jump in. We're going to talk Mauricio Pochettino. We're going to talk EPL. We're going to talk Bundesliga. We're going to talk a little bit of everything. Oh, Brooks.
You haven't introduced anyone.
I know. Hold on.
What the hell?
Brooks, we've got some college soccer highlights we're going to show today.
I'm going to take a nap.
Oh, man. I tell you what, though, number one play on SportsCenter Friday night. Brooks and I were at the game, too.
Where?
Yeah.
Saw it live.
You, Nate, will appreciate it because it's
It's an outside back play.
It's like Slow News Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust me, it was a good play. All right, Nate, welcome back.
Back from where?
I don't know, man.
Was I here last week?
No, wait, you were here. It was him who was gone. It was Brooks
I
who
was
was
here.
gone.
I was gone.
Well, welcome back after being gone at the scheduled off time of 6 days until the seventh day I rise again. Hey, I want to be inspirational.
Oh, do it.
I want to be, every now and then, before I get pumped up and work out, I listen to like a David Goggins just yell at me, "You're losing a big dog. You got to get up." So here's my inspirational message for everyone right now, soccer community across the world. If you drive an SUV and you slow down at train tracks, just stop driving. Period.
Just don't drive.
Don't.
Just give up driving.
I understand you're low grade Cadillac has to do it. You don't want to scrape.
Did you say low grade?
Low grade,
low profile.
low grade, low tire grade profile.
Yeah.
Cadillacs, you got to slow down. I understand that. Not talking about you. What I'm talking about is those people who caused me to be a little late today because they felt the need to come to damn near full stop and do one of these. You drive a Jeep Grand Cherokee. You, sir, or ma'am.
Or ma'am, yeah.
Or
Panda.
non-identifying individual.
We could go deep into that.
We can go deep into it,
Let's
yes.
not. Onward.
Move back and literally F your own face. Because they were also doing 35 and a 50.
Was this on Grand River?
If you're doing 35 and a 50, your life shouldn't exist anymore. You should stop breathing. It would help mankind, period.
Agreed. All right, well, you came in.
Stopping at train tracks, 35 and a 50. I'm done. How is that supposed to inspire you? Don't be those people.
Don't be that guy.
You want to win? Don't do that shit. Yeah. Brooks, stopping at train tracks, you run right over them. I ramp off those damn things. Bouncing like this.
Dun.
I don't stop. I go.
Of course.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
a
you
normal
do.
human
Yeah, you
being.
do. That's the new shirt. Brooks Lambier. I don't stop.
I just
I go.
go.
I go.
On the back.
He goes.
Full throttle.
He goes.
All right. Well, Brooks, you've had quite a busy weekend.
Want to know why he had a busy week, man? Because he doesn't stop.
He
just goes.
There you go.
Just goes.
I'm going to use this so much tonight.
Oh, I think if everybody's at home,
Count
drinking.
'em. That's
every,
two.
Every time he says, "I don't stop, I just go." It's take a shot. Take
Oh,
a sip.
God, they're going to be
Yeah.
drunk pretty soon.
Yeah. All right, Brooks, you hit like 7 games or something this weekend, man.
A lot.
A lot.
I thought of a third one.
We'll keep that one for later. Keep that in your back pocket.
Yeah.
Lots of busyness happening there, Brooks.
Yeah, Friday night, Michigan State, Washington. The game you were at there for Alumni Day.
Yes, sir.
Go
Go green.
White. Saturday, a couple youth games, Sockers and Wolves Academy, and then driving off to South Bend to watch some ACC action between new team in the ACC, Notre Dame and Stanford. Stanford being the new guy, and then waking up early the next morning and watching Jags and Sockers play at Dodge Park. I was gonna text you to see if you were available.
Should have. It's probably around. Hey, who won that Stanford Notre Dame game?
Stanford won.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah. Battle of the smart schools.
I was hoping that you were going to say Notre Dame so I could say, suck it, nerds. Wow. Sounds like you didn't stop and you just went all weekend.
Yep.
That's
All
number
right.
4.
That's 4. Jesus. All right, boys, let's jump in. We're talking football here. All right, we're going to jump in with the North London Derby today. At Spurs, Arsenal go in. No Odegard. No Declan Rice. No problem. 1-0 win for the Arsenal. A big win. To be honest, in this game, Spurs dominated, in my opinion, the first 30 to 40 minutes. They dominated. They should have put the ball in the net several times. That back line of Arsenal's held tight and got a bit lucky here and there. Some good saves by David Raya. I thought the atmosphere was electric. I thought the play on the field was frantic. Up and down, all over the place. It was lung-busting runs from most of those players up and down the pitch. Quite the entertaining game for us. Don't really care who won type thing. But in the end, Gabriel pops up in the 6-yard box from a corner kick that swung in. And in my opinion, Vicario, the Spurs keeper, has to come for this. Has to come. If it's in the 6, it's swung in, I get there's traffic, fight through the traffic, put your knee up, get to the ball, my friend. This can't happen. Gabriel gives a little bump to Pedro Porro in front of him. Nothing illegal about that. Creates a little space for himself. Boom, back of the net goal. And to Arsenal's credit, I thought they were second best today. But that's what great teams do. They go into situations like this. They go into derbies. They're on the back foot. They're without 2 of their best players. Pull out the win. Congratulations to Arsenal, North London Derby winners. Now, the big thing, Spurs. Wow, they are on a slide. Ange Postecoglou, the coach who last year had them playing Ange ball, such beautiful football last year, has not been able to get them turned on this year. It just is on a slide. We'll put the table up, and you'll see exactly where they're at, how many goals they've scored, how many goals they've let in. They've got Dominic Solanke, who they paid £65 million for, and has yet to get off the mark. Really, he really is just not quite what he was down at Bournemouth at the moment. We'll see if he can pick it up. James Maddison looks like he's doing very well, but not quite what you'd hope for. The ball just isn't going in the net. They're not winning games. It's going to be interesting to see how long this can happen for, because Ange Postecoglou, if he doesn't win the next one, he's on the hot seat, because Daniel Levy is known for just caning managers. I don't think it's the right thing to do. I think he'll turn it around. I think Ange Postecoglou is a good manager, but oh my, they are on a bit of a slide, boys. So that's the big game. That's the game that I was entertained with and interested this past weekend. A whole host of games to talk about, though, to get through. All right, do me a favor. For everybody watching, for everybody listening, do me a huge favor. In the comments, put the team you support. Who is it you support? Just name that team. Is it Man United? Is it Arsenal, who came away with that big win this weekend? Is it Spurs, who unfortunately were the better team, but were trumped by Arsenal? Is it Aston Villa, who came back against Everton? Everton boys, we're going to talk about them. Yeah. Wow, Sean Dyche just has had a terrible August and a terrible start to September. To be up 2-0.
If he had any more hair, he'd probably lose it.
Oh, gone. Oh, absolutely gone. Yeah, absolutely. And they could have been up 3-0, by the way. We'll talk about that in a little bit. We're going to get to Manchester United going down to Southampton, coming out 3-0 winners. I got some thoughts on that. I'd love everybody else's thoughts there. But before we get to that, do me a favor. In the comments, put who is the team you support. What team do you support? Let us know. We'd love to read them out.
We have a few already.
We have a few already? All right. Go ahead, Brooks.
Let's see. Nate commented, Stuttgart, I like to screw it up.
Nate from across the room.
Yes.
Commented.
Yes.
How you doing?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Nate.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
You know what? Honestly, Stuttgart's record in the Premier League this year has been nothing but phenomenal. They have not lost a game.
They are.
Actually, last year, too, they went undefeated as well.
I mean, they're just sensational.
It's sensational.
Sensational.
Juggernaut, one would say.
Mark Cleary, is that how you say it? C-L-E-R-E? I'm not
Cleary?
sure.
Yep.
Yeah, Cleary. Yep. Villa. So he's a Villa guy. He must be one of your Villa.
Do you know him?
Buddy, yeah.
He's a friend of mine.
Okay.
Good guy.
Victor, 100% not Aston Villa.
Greg, it's like having your mom call into the show.
Whoa. Hey, hold on.
Which, Darlene,
I
can
gotta
you call in real quick and tell everyone Stuttgart's your favorite team?
I had to text my mom, say, don't call in like you planned to do today.
Shit.
And then Pablo, River Plate. Then in the Prem, Man City because of Aguero.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Pablo, you're not allowed to talk till I get some food in my belly.
Pablo and his
He makes some good food he posts on Instagram, and I made a comment that you're going to share with Nate, and he just left.
Oh, I already yelled at him before he made that comment.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to some of the other games. Liverpool stunned at home by Nottingham Forest. Boys, listen, I'm going to tell you right now, if everybody's been watching for the last couple of weeks, there's one team that impressed me in the first 3 weeks of the season.
Nottingham Forest.
It was not Nottingham Forest.
Oh.
Not Nottingham Forest.
Guessed that wrong. My bad.
Liverpool were, for me, the best team in the first 3 weeks. They played some sensational football. I thought that Arne Slot coming in this year, I thought it was going to be struggle to get a new manager with the same players who've done so well in the past. I didn't think they'd get up to speed that quick. He seems to have just, in the first 3 weeks, really done a nice job motivating them along, getting players in and out. There's no bickering or anything like that, and they played some really nice football. They were at home this weekend against Nottingham Forest. Now, one would think Nottingham Forest, they are going to be in the bottom of the table. They're going to be fighting relegation. This could be an easy 3 points.
I know they're in seventh place right now.
Yeah, early days. But you'd think this would be an easy win for Liverpool. Now, Sells, the goalie for Nottingham Forest, I thought was phenomenal. He played out of his mind. Minus the one drop he had and almost put into the back of his net, by the way. Almost an own goal. That would have been own goal of the year. I thought he played sensational. I thought the back line held up very well. And then Hudson-Odoi pops up with a phenomenal goal that Allison, I don't know why he didn't dive at it. He just kind of slid on his knee. What a win. 55 years it's been since Nottingham Forest went to Anfield and won. Congratulations.
And applause for that.
That brings everybody, every Liverpool fan, back down to earth.
Like Michael Tyson.
Welcome.
Well-
Yes, welcome.
So,
Nate, go for
I
it.
mean, it's early days. You know what I mean? I've been saying this the whole time. Everyone loses a game like this in the season. I will say this, though, and I don't think I picked Nottingham Forest to get relegated, did I?
Hold tight. Let me look. Forest, Ipswich, Southampton.
Shit.
Forest Ipswich snap.
I didn't throw Everton in there?
Yeah, maybe you should bring it to your desk and speak to
Shit.
the microphone.
Well, I did say they had one of the better transfer windows, didn't I?
You did. So
Yes.
you,
So that's-
Danny, and Brooks all had Nottingham Forest to be relegated.
And that was before the end of their transfer window when they brought in a bunch of guys. I'm going to use that as an excuse. Just who cares? We're going to go with it. But they did. They brought in a lot of different players and players who are, you know, it was kind of like an unsung transfer window for them. It wasn't like marquee players, but it was a bunch of players that might help them stay up. Right. And then so I don't know. You know, I don't think they're the pushover team. I mean, they're not going to finish top four, right? But they're not the pushover team that I think everyone thinks of them as. And with Nuno in there, I think they finish mid-table. I don't think they get relegated.
So if I were to allow you a redo and say Nottingham Forest, relegated or not relegated at the end
I don't think not relegated.
Not relegated.
Yep.
Brooks, redo. They relegated or not relegated?
Relegated.
Relegated. All right, I want to know what the viewers relegated or not relegated.
I think it's gonna be Everton.
You think? Oh my gosh, yeah, we're gonna get to Everton in a little bit because holy.
And
Danny
the
and I
rest of them
really
all stay the
had
same.
Everton. You guys didn't choose them.
You might have been the only one who
well,
had.
you know, shut
No,
up.
Danny chose it.
How about that?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, good God, they're bad. Why don't we quickly put up that EPL table here, as you can see?
So we have Leicester, Crystal Palace, Ipswich, Wolves, Southampton, Everton. Who's going to get their first win?
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, you're right there. Leicester.
Yeah, I think it'll end up being Crystal
Who do
Palace.
they play?
Crystal Palace. Or
Everton.
Wait, let me
I'll
see.
go
Who
Leicester.
do they play next?
Everton.
Oh, they do. You're right. They do. They play Everton, and then an EFL Cup game on the 24th, and then they play Arsenal on the 28th. Then they play Bournemouth on the 5th, and then Southampton on the 19th.
Oh,
so I think there's some, besides Arsenal, there's some possible wins in there.
Ipswich plays Southampton.
Oh yeah, they could.
They probably end up drawing, just to ruin
They
it.
drew it by Seagulls.
Nice.
I mean, all right. So, Everton. Good God. Let's jump in and talk about them.
Why?
It was poor.
You have to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, I wouldn't normally, but this is the second week in a row they've now given up a 2-goal lead.
Yay.
2 weeks ago, they did it to Bournemouth. Brentford. Excuse me. Was it Brentford or Bournemouth? It was one of them. Anyway, I think it was Bournemouth. Anyway, up at Goodison Park, up 2-0, and in the 87th minute, boom, they go to pieces. It was nutty. They were controlling that entire game, went to absolute pieces, lost 3-2. This week, they come to Villa Park, and they're stunningly up 2-0 on Aston Villa. The first goal, a giveaway by Onana in the middle of the field, a shot that, I'll be very honest, Emi Martinez should have saved. Absolutely should have saved. I thought he should have gotten his finger, at least a hand, or at least a finger to this goal, this ball. He should have saved it.
The first goal?
The first goal, yeah.
That was slattered right in the corner, Craig. Come on now.
I thought he took it was from outside the box. It wasn't exactly the fastest. It hit the ground a couple of times.
That was the trickiest one. As a former goalkeeper, like you think they're gonna, if they smacked it, maybe you make that save.
Maybe, but
yeah.
I think quicker footwork and listen, we've seen him make better saves. I think he gets a hand to that. He should save it. The second one, listen, a foul, an in-swinger on the top, on the 6 or just outside of the 6, and Calvin Lewert jumps up and puts the ball in the back and nods it in.
I know marks him. That's the problem.
Yeah, the poor marking. We kept him on sides. Tielemans kept him on sides with not moving with the line, not stepping. Maybe Emi Martinez can come out, but then who knows? I mean, just better marking. So anyway, Everton up 2-0. Sensationally up 2-0. Villa, in the first 25 minutes, controlled the entire game. They did not need at all to press Everton. They were just playing Aston Villa football. going at it, controlling the ball, moving it around, putting some shots on. I thought they could have had 2 goals themselves. Didn't come off. Anyway, Everton up 2-0. And then up pops Ollie Watkins. Finally, Ollie Watkins decides he wants to show up for the season. Puts 2 balls in the back of the net. Villa are on the comeback trail, right? Everton give it a little bit of a go in the second half. And then Unai Emery makes changes that he hasn't made this year. I love the fact that he put Johan Duran up top with Ollie Watkins, essentially playing a 3-5-2. He switches away from 4-3-3, goes to a 3-5-2, and all of a sudden it starts opening up a little bit more room, and we get to be a little bit more dynamic. And Johan Duran hits what I think is going to be goal of the month. This ball, Brooks, you and I watched that again before the show. From it's all of 35, almost 40 yards where he hits this ball, and it goes outside of a defender and swerves in. Pickford, Pickford is one of the best goalies in the world. Yeah. He didn't come close to it.
He was picking the ball out of the back of the net.
He was picking the ball out of the back of the net for sure.
No pun intended.
Now, Johan Duran has now scored 3 game-winning goals for Aston Villa. We're in game number 4.
Oh, so should he start over Watkins?
Watkins had 2 goals this game.
Okay.
So
you
now
still
what do
want
you
to sell Watkins?
I don't want to sell him anymore. No.
Okay.
That was a year and a half ago. I'm past
Okay.
that.
You
I'm past that.
didn't rate him.
That was 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
I'm past that. He was a stud last year.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I changed my mind.
He also starts for his favorite national team.
Ooh, Jamaica?
Yeah, England. He should start for England. But there you go. I love the fact that Unai Emery switched up the formation, swept up the players, and Villa went at it, and they deservedly got the win. Probably could have been 4-2 or more. Everton, though. Everton. I'm going to put that table back up for one reason. 4 games, no wins, no draws, 4 losses, 4 goals for, 13 goals against.
Yeah.
13. I mean, the next closest is 11, and that's Wolverhampton. And then Southampton with 8. But 13 goals against. This is Sean Dyche. This is the guy who wears shorts and T-shirt when it's 32 degrees out and he's training. This is Sean Dyche, who everybody says is harder than nails, and he gets teams to run through walls for him. He could find himself out of a job very soon here.
Call in Big Sam.
I was going to say, who's next? Is
Or
Big
Tony
Sam?
Pulis.
Oh, Tony Pulis?
Yeah.
Oh, my. Oh, that's when you know you've hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
my
another
Lord.
caretaker manager.
So Everton are in the process, I believe it's next year, jumping to the new stadium they're having built. This could be...
It's going to be a wonderful championship stadium.
It really is. Like
Really is.
52,000.
So they got to sell like Pickford and Harrison so they could just start preparing.
I mean...
Let's do it now.
Let's do it now.
Game forward, just get
Yeah.
rim.
Or
You know what?
at least by the winter window if they're still down there.
It's over. We know we can't actually sell these players, but we're going to do it anyway. We're out.
Yeah.
Jesus. I mean... They're in real trouble here. They could find themselves relegated by Christmas.
Yeah. Don't they have American ownership, by the way?
There isn't it the San Francisco 49ers group?
I think so, something like that.
777 or 747, whatever it is, who purchased in, and they went all in.
Yes.
They purchased.
They helped fund the stadium.
Yep.
They needed it.
They're going to be screwed because even if they make it through, they're going to get an overhaul. I mean, they got left back, and it's interesting enough. They switched Ashley Young to left back this week. The last couple of weeks, he's played right back. So they put him on the left side, I think, so he didn't have to deal with Jacob Ramsey coming on the left. And you've got a 38-year-old playing left back in the Premiership. He's getting torched week in, week out. You don't have anybody better? You didn't go out and buy anybody?
You don't have an academy player that's better than him? I mean, let's be honest.
You would.
Like, I know he's good in his prime, but come on now.
Yeah. I mean, Everton, again, they had a terrible August, and now they're having a horrendous September.
Yep.
At what point is it just, hey, Sam, Sean, come with me out back behind the shed here. Don't mind this shotgun. Put you out of your misery, my friend. It's getting bad. It's getting that point for them. All right, moving along. All right. One of the first games kicked off. It was a 7:30 a.m. kickoff Saturday morning here in Detroit. For us, It was early. Man United go to Southampton. Nate,
We're back.
you're back.
Back, baby.
All right.
Yesterday we were out. Last week we were out.
Mm-hmm.
This week we're back.
I did.
We're back.
It's a love-hate
So
relationship.
I got to know. We're back.
Yeah.
I did.
What else you want to talk about? Want to talk about something else now?
I did want to put into the
Stop
Facebook
the season.
group. I wanted to put into the Facebook group because everybody was posting and they won. I was like, you only sing when you're winning because last week everybody went
Who
silent.
sings when they lose?
That's
That's a stupid comment.
true supporters.
You know.
I don't know. I guess
Bullshit.
You still
I've seen pictures of you laying on the ground.
Well,
that was one time.
in college, even when you lose, you still sing the fight song at the end of the match.
And that's what's wrong with college sports.
Oh, so all right, a little off topic here. Little off topic. Newcastle and Wolves played today. After the end of the game, it ended 2-1. By the way, Newcastle came back. Strange, but at the end of the game, you know, the players are supposed to go over and clap for the fans, right?
Yeah. Unless you lose and you're in Germany, but go ahead.
But so in this game, they both teams go over and they stood there for like a solid 5 minutes.
Just staring at people.
No, the players and the coaching staffs are clapping at the fans. The fans are looking at the players and clapping. I'm like, you're all just clapping. That team over there lost, and they're clapping up to their fans, and their fans are clapping down. This team over here won. They're clapping up to their fans, and their fans are clapping down to them. I'm like,
They're just thanking him
literally
for coming
for
out.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
I almost wanted to time it. And like, what happened to the players going over, clapping, appreciate it, thank you, tap the badge if you're a big fan, whatever, thank you, appreciate it, down the tunnel for a beer and pizza. Now it's everybody has to stand there for like a specific, the coaching staff, they're all clapping and then shaking hands and patting the players, and they go back to clapping. I'm like, good God.
It's in the contracts for everyone.
It must be.
Yes.
What do they do in Germany, Nate?
So United looked good throughout mainly the match except for the first 30 minutes.
We can get back to the United game, but
Nobody gives a crap about this.
I do want to know. You said if you lose in Germany, you don't.
Oh,
go
if you're not doing well in Germany, it's just like Italy. You go to the supporters and you stand there, and basically the
you
ultras
just take it.
Yeah, the ultras just yell at you. You know,
Read my signs.
when Stuttgart, I was there when Stuttgart got relegated down to second division, and they walked out. You know, all of them, the players, the manager, to the ultras, and they just were
Forced to stand there and take the abuse.
berated, basically berated. You know, it's considered insulting. You know, basically, you know, if you just walk back to the tunnel after doing what you did.
But I get, like, listen, this happened in New Jersey. I flew out to New Jersey. I stayed there for a day and a half to watch Aston Villa play. They did a preseason game. They didn't come over to the fans and clap, and we were all very unhappy. I don't think they understood, the Villa players and the team and the club understood that a lot of us spent a lot of money to go watch a preseason game, and just the players just need to come over and clap. But they do this in the Premiership games and at home.
Did they think because you're all American?
No, I don't know. We don't know why they didn't do it. A lot
Because
of
your
clubs-
fans hate you, Craig.
Yeah, well,
that's the real story.
We
lot
don't
of the-
do this for the American fans, only the English.
A lot of the clubs I found out didn't do it either, which is very bizarre to me. But it was a strange thing to watch both teams and both sets of fans just clapping at each other for like several minutes. It's like, oh my God, give it a rest. All right, back to United, Nate. They didn't start off really super well. I thought Southampton played.
They threw the kitchen sink at them because
Yeah.
they needed a win.
Yeah.
And I thought the back line did very well.
Yeah.
I thought Onana did very well, too. And DeLitt we'll see if this is consistent. Don't put the cart before the horse. 4 games. But if DeLitt is going to be that type of player for United, which I think he could be, shows you that why they bought him.
No, absolutely. He played very well. Popped up with the first goal after the penalty save by Onana. I thought that's what really turned the game, turned everything into the United's favor at that point. It was, oh boy.
Even aggressively, the way he wins the ball. You know what I mean? The way you'd see him like flying in, side. I think at one point he was upside aerial kicking a ball away, like right behind a forward's back. And that's the type of player he can be. He just has to be calculated about it, because on the flip side of that coin, sometimes that's how he makes a mistake and gives stuff up.
Yeah.
I saw last week on the Liverpool tackle where he full on missed the ball and just pretty much murdered the player. Got a yellow card. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. So United fans are happy with the performance overall. I mean, you got to be happy that I think Rashford scores as well.
Right.
That's got to be a good
so
thing for you guys.
You had a couple things that happened in the game that gives you Rays a hope, right? You have Rashford scoring and actually having a couple good opportunities. You had Ahmed Diallo play phenomenal. You had Garnacho come on.
Minus the penalty giveaway.
Yeah. But, I mean, he was also player of the match. No, you're thinking Dalot.
Oh, sorry.
I'm talking about Diallo.
Diallo on the other side. Okay, sorry. Apologies. Yep.
He played phenomenal, and that's the type of thing that you're hoping that he continues to do, and that's why they didn't buy another outside player and just kind of rolled with him. You had Delit play very, very well, pairing up against Martinez. And then you had Urgate coming on and starting to get some minutes and get acclimated into the league. So, all in all, outside the scoreline, you go win. That's great. You know what I mean? On the downside, you had Delote go in and a weird ass tackle, that caused a penalty that luckily didn't cause you anything because Onana saved it, but could have.
Yeah,
early on, and then that type of stuff's hard to break. Once
that penalty kick goes in.
It's a different game.
It's a completely different game.
It's getting scored on changes or scoring changes the dynamics of a game. So luckily that didn't happen. I think Minu struggled a little bit at times. Eriksson struggled a little bit at times. But again, that's why you bought Urgate. He just needs a little time to start working it in.
And as Eric Ten Hag said, listen, he had one training session with us before the international break. He's had one training session since he's been back. Yep. So no, you can't start him, but get him in for a couple of minutes here and there, and it's fine. Again, as you said, Rashford scoring, that's got to be a good thing. Yep. He hit the ball. He looked surprised when it went in. He went through a crowd of people. Nice goal overall. And then Garnacho. Roofing one late in the second half to put the game away, really.
Yep. And he had some other, carrying of the ball and some good combinations of play.
Interesting that he hasn't started. It looks like he's going to be what I like to refer as a spark plug coming off of the bench to spark just a different situation, to be a different player.
Well, I think that depends. I think I'm going to just not read anything into it. Eric Ten Hag said it was due to situation and tactics. I think him and Rashford are two different types of players. Mm-hmm. I think it just depends on who you're going against and what you're trying to do. Yep. I think when I could see him start a bit more, but that's the thing. How do you bench a Diallo who's doing so well and is player of the match? Rashford scores. He's kind of earning his spot. So I think it's going to be a 3-player rotation on that wing, which is fine. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we looked at the bottom of the table. Let's put it up again. Here's the top of the table. We'll go through some of the rest of the scores here. Man City at the top. Arsenal right behind. Pretty much just on goal difference, really. Arsenal have that draw that they had against Brighton. Newcastle up to third after their win today, 2-1 over Wolves. Wolves leading most of that match. Liverpool losing to Forest, as we said, still up in fourth. Villa in fifth. Brighton Hove Albion sixth. Forest up to seventh. Eighth is Chelsea. And Brentford scored one of the quickest goals you ever see, 23 seconds into the game against Manchester City. And I really thought that at that point, they just pissed off Man City, and this could be 6-1, like they've done this before. But it ended up 2-1. Erling Haaland again. Two goals. I think he's up to 99 now. 99 goals. He's like the quickest one to that. Incredible how he just scores goals.
Maybe he'll win the Ballon d'Or next year.
Listen, he keeps.
He's going to do it this year.
Yeah, he keeps it. He's up. He's up. He's on the list.
Does it still count? Everything's
no, because it's done by season. It used to be done calendar year. Now it's done by season. So we're on to the next season here. Okay. And listen, Man City just rolling along. They are healthy-ish. They didn't replace Julian Alvarez properly, but rolling along. Kanji injured in international break. He'll be fine. Trust me, he'll be all right. Just Man City. Did everybody see I think a lot of clubs did it. The Man City trying to replicate the Oasis picture for Definitely Maybe. Anybody see that? No? Just me.
So what now?
Yeah, you
I
know
did
that.
not.
No, Brooks is like, who is Oasis?
I know Oasis is.
Do
It's-
you?
Yeah.
You're young enough,
Wonderwall and, yeah.
Champagne
And
Supernova.
I like those two, yeah.
Okay.
They're from
yeah.
Manchester.
Yeah, they are huge. Both brothers are huge Manchester City fans.
Yeah.
Manchester City recreated the Definitely Maybe album cover.
Oh, okay.
So, interesting choice of players. Kyle Walker on the ground. Who is it? Ederson in the back. Pep on the couch with a guitar. One of the female players on the right-hand side. And I think it was Jovicic on the left. Anyway.
By the way, Minnesota United steals the Wonderwall song. They use it for their games.
Do they really?
Yes. Them and the fans. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yes, they play Wonderwall.
Why would they do that?
I don't know.
Well, they know
Because they're
that.
blue. They're Man City blue.
Well, but you said Man United steal that.
No. Minnesota United.
Minnesota United. I'm sorry. I thought you
MLS.
said Manchester United. I'm like, why would
No.
they do that? Yeah, a lot of teams use some of those songs. Yep.
You are fake news. Until you said Minnesota United.
Yeah.
Did it not sound like he said Manchester
I
United?
don't know. I
I
zoned
said it
out
too
when
quickly.
When Brooks sometimes
Minnesota United.
Brooks sometimes talks, I just stop listening a little bit.
You know.
Yeah. I
All
go
right.
to my doodles.
Your doodles?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy. Doodle on your notepad, or not on your notepad, your whiteboard. All right. Let's run through some of the other scores real quick here. Brighton Hove Albion 0, Ipswich 0. Valuable point for Ipswich over Brighton Hove Albion, who's been having a decent season. Crystal Palace 2, Leicester City 2. Jamie Vardy party getting started there in the 21st minute with a goal. Vardy I think is going to get upwards of 10 to 12 goals this year. He's lost a step or two, let's put it that way, but still scoring goals. Fulham 1, West Ham 1. Good point for both those squads. I really do think at some point West Ham are going to kick on and be a really good top 10 team this year. They just haven't quite shown it yet. And then, as we talked about, Man City 2, Brentford 1. One of the other games that happened, Bournemouth 0, Chelsea 1. And this game had 14 yellow cards.
Oh, I heard. Yes.
14 yellow cards.
Isn't that a
That's
record?
Premiership record.
Wow.
Yes. Nkunku getting a goal in the 86th minute to spare the blushes of Chelsea. Chelsea hold tight. They're up in the top couple of spots there, so they're doing all right. And that was our Saturday, with the games today being the North London Derby and that Wolves-Newcastle game. Wolves scoring a goal midway through the first half, and Newcastle United fighting back with a stunning goal from Harvey Barnes in the 80th minute to seal that. It's interesting, Newcastle United, they haven't exactly... I was putting a lot of thoughts together before this game ended because I was like, Wolves are going to go on to win this one. It will be interesting if Newcastle don't pick it up and at the end of the year are not in Champions League. I can see several big-name players leaving that club. Pope... Harvey Barnes, Isaac, what's his name on the left side? The English kid. No, Isak's up top. The England player on the left side, I can't remember his name.
Anthony Gordon?
Anthony Gordon, that's it. I can see, and Tonali, I can see them wanting to leave.
Wow, they're a big club.
Not if they're in the Champions League, my friend.
If you're not in the Champions League, I think you're going to have to, shed salaries. And make some money back. But it's just, I could see if they don't make Champions League this year, I think Eddie Howe's out. I think Eddie Howe gets canned.
And that's consistently not making Champions League.
Yep, because they didn't make it this year. They didn't even make Europa this year, did they? No. So no.
They finished like 8th, I think, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think at the end of this year is going to be really telling how Eddie Howe and Newcastle go along because they don't make Champions League. He gone. And he's a great coach, in my opinion. I would love to have him at any club I support. Would have been a great candidate for the U.S. men's national team, but that role has been filled by Mauricio Pochettino officially on Tuesday. He signed the contract. He took pictures. He smiled in one of the 87 pictures he took. Don't know why. We're going to talk about that. I do want to get some thoughts on what success looks like for Mauricio Pochettino and the U.S. men's national team. And that is something we'll get to right after this.
tempo, yes, yes, drop out, good. Yes, touch, play, right foot, yes. Scan, good. Touch in, play, drop your hip, right, yes, good scan. Yes. Jay, well done. Inside on touch. Play, see it, yes.
All right, so as we said before we went off to break there, Mauricio Pochettino has officially signed. He is the new manager of the U.S. men's national team. Stunning signing for the U.S. men's national team.
Why?
That is, so I will tell you exactly why. Because
He's friends with Matt Crocker.
Nope.
I told you this.
Because they put 3 lists together of managers that they wanted to interview and managers who...
They went after hard for Jurgen Klopp, apparently.
Well,
I met with him a few times.
There was 3 lists. One, called Reach. We need to reach for the stars type thing.
Yeah.
Wow, if we get these guys. Jurgen Klopp and Mauricio Pochettino were 2 of the names on that list.
Yeah.
So... the secondary list was guys who we believe we can get, who would be a good fit, but are they going to bring something dynamic and unique to the table? And they had Columbus Crew coach on there, Wilfred Nancy. They had Steve Cherundolo on there, and then they had a lower list of just a little bit of everybody who safe.
The lower list would be like guys we're likely going to get because no one's going to take the job, and had one name, Steve Cherundolo.
Yes,
there's one name.
87 knows this is the only one we guarantee.
This is who we're left with.
Oh God! And we all thought it might come to that. But they went.
I did not.
They went after Jurgen Klopp, and within 24 hours, he said thank you, but no thank you. He is taking a sabbatical for the year.
Yep.
He is.
They should bring him on as an analyst for NBC Sports. That'd be kind of fun.
I think he said his reason was to say no to the U.S. men's national team. He was like, I promised my wife I would not do soccer for a year. So I think he's just all out. He's like, I'm focusing on the family.
I think he might return one day to the Bundesliga.
I think you might be right.
But not at Bayern?
No.
He was at
Dortmund.
Dortmund, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But
he go to Dortmund? What?
No, I
Stuttgart?
I think he will.
Yeah.
I think he absolutely will. And, well, I mean, it's a pretty safe bet because we all know managers at the Bundesliga get fired left, right, and center every other day, right?
Give it a minute.
Give it a couple of days, and there'll be another manager roundabout going on.
Yep.
But on that list, in the reach that we don't, but maybe we'll see, we'll hope and pray, was Mauricio Pochettino. And they said they pretty much reached out to him, and they said they'd like to talk, and I read the whole thing from The Athletic, and it was a great article, and I don't know how they got some of that information, by the way, but well done to The Athletic. So, listen, we all had him on the list of, there's no way. There's no way. He's like, what did he come here for?
That much percent.
We all were like, oh, it'd be great, but... And now he's here. He's officially signed. $6 million per year, 2-year deal. So it takes him to the World Cup, past the World Cup, a day past the World Cup.
Yeah.
And then the real search will begin because I don't think he'll be here past that.
No.
We all agree with that,
He'll
right?
go back to club soccer.
Yep. So what does success look like for Mauricio Pochettino in this setup? What does success look like? What is his...
Are we writing this on our whiteboard?
I mean...
Or are we just speaking?
Beating New Zealand.
Yep. Powerhouse.
Yeah.
New Zealand.
Yeah.
who we luckily drew with. Right? We
Yes.
draw with them 1-1. Was it?
Luckily drew it.
2-2.
Lost to Canada 2-1, drew with New Zealand 1-1. Powerhouses of the game of world football. So I know everybody says, listen, winning a knockout round game. To be honest, I still think that's it. I think that's
Pochettino
success.
said we could win it. You just got to believe.
Yeah.
He's going to Ted Lasso this shit or straight for another 2 years,
I
isn't he?
did see that, and you were the one who commented.
Yep.
Weren't you? You're like, oh,
Ted
God,
Lasso this shit.
went with the Ted Lasso
Yep.
line.
He's straight in it. He's in it to win it.
Do you think he's watched Ted Lasso? Do you think Mauricio Pochettino's
He
actually
is
sat
Ted
down and
Lasso,
watched? He
just
is?
in reverse.
That's
It's the
actually-
reverse Ted
it is.
Lasso.
It is.
It is.
Oh my God.
It's
well,
Bizarro Ted Lasso.
wait, no, it would be if
No, it is.
Mauricio Pochettino came over and took over like the Detroit Lions.
Not really. That's a different sport. So Ted
I
Lasso is a football coach going to coach in England, and he doesn't know anything about football, right?
Yes.
Right. So in this Bizarro Ted Lasso, we have a prominent coach that is then going to America who knows nothing about football to teach them football. Apparently, he had to meet with MLS to explain them what youth development should look like. And they went, yes, we know. You buy the 34-year-old retiring European. Yeah. Okay, that last part, that
Three of
very
them.
last sentence was fake.
Maybe.
Everything
Maybe.
before that was 100% true.
Yeah. Reverse Ted Lasso.
It's reverse Ted Lasso.
It sort of is. And listen, he's here. He signed. He's earning $6 million a year. Good for him. That's a pay drop.
Yeah, 2 hedge fund guys paying for him.
Yeah, there's always a
I
limit.
told you they'd figure out a way to do it.
So what happens now with Emma Hayes? Does she pitch a fit and say, "Well, wait a minute, I thought we were going to be equal pay"?
Find 2 hedge fund people that
You
will
watched
pay him.
the Hope solo. I watched that, by the way, the Hope solo.
I thought it was
documentary.
brilliant. Yeah, I thought it was great.
Yes, and they essentially said they never got what
It's
they
a
wanted.
lie. It's a lie. They
don't-
never
yeah.
got it.
They got the $24 million, but they never got equal pay.
Right.
So this maybe begs future legal decisions and
Yeah.
cases.
Yeah.
here.
There's. I don't think this is the last time we'll be talking about this.
No.
I don't think it does at all.
No.
He's getting paid what she's getting paid by U.S. Soccer.
That's true,
then
and he's just
extra
getting.
kicked
To hedge
in.
fund,
They're private investors.
to
so,
private
yeah.
investors
Yeah.
have donated their money.
Which technically they could do for Emma Hayes if they found people that
So,
would pay
back
her.
to my original comment.
So
Good point.
Go find 2 hedge fund people that want to donate you
Sure.
the money.
yeah,
Can I find 2 hedge fund people who want to just pay me or pay us here?
That'd be good.
that'd be nice.
Any hedge fund people out there? Put it in the comments. if you're
Excuse
interested.
me. If you're a hedge fund person and
private-
you stop at railroad tracks while you're driving your SUV, do not. No, actually, go ahead and fund us. And I apologize for everything I said earlier about that.
Exactly. Yes, fund us, please. That'd be great.
And you don't have to be like Brooks and just go.
Mm.
He just goes.
Drink. Everybody out there, drink. All right. So what's his first priority? Coming in here. I think they're coming back together sometime in October. Correct?
Yes.
Is it just for one
I
one
forgot.
mini camp or something like that? They're coming- What's his priority?
I
Nate, what is Pochettino's priority coming in for the U.S. men's
I
national
think
team?
he has to fully evaluate his player pool, re-evaluate his player pool.
Yes.
Because I think there are people in there that were getting put in because, oh, I'm friends with this guy, or oh, I came out of this academy, or whatever.
Yep.
I don't see a world. Sorry, Harzier White isn't good enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think there's better options there. And I think that's
Cardoso and De La Torre, bye-bye.
yeah. Well, I don't know. I think De La Torre is all right. Actually, I think he played all right. Actually, it was a bright
He's
spot.
been doing
You
all right
know,
over there
so
in the Liga, right?
Yeah, he's
That secondary league.
La Liga.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we'll see. I mean, we'll see because it also, not to shit on that, but it depends on what he's looking to run as a system.
correct.
And that's going to depend on the player pool. And that's going to depend on his evaluation of said player pool and going, nah, you know what? This guy really, I get it. Maybe Winston McKennie, who's been called in all the time. No, you don't. You're not going to be able to do what I want you to
Exactly.
do. That's just a hypothetical. I'm not saying. But I'd hope he goes away from guys like Gio Reyna. Sorry. If you're playing 2 matches in a year, I'm not
See ya.
calling you in.
Yep.
and start bringing in guys like John Maloney, who's playing every single game in
Leonard Maloney.
Leonard Maloney. Thank you. I'd say John. I don't know why. Leonard Maloney, who's playing every single game for Heidenheim. Why wouldn't you bring him in?
Do we expect to see Mauricio Pochettino at MLS games? Do we
Yes.
expect to
Yes.
see him
Yes.
sitting at the because
Yes.
I'll give you the example.
There's enough international games. He ain't going to another night.
The interim manager for England, Lee Carsley, he was at the Aston Villa Everton game, and because there's several players on both teams, right? Pickford, Calvert-Lewin, Watkins, Konsa. He's watching the players. We do, Brooks. You 100% expect to see him in the stands.
Yes, because there were MLS guys in the other camps. So I think what's fair is he has to look at everyone that's been called in prior that, are not obviously Tim Ream age, right? I foresee Tim Ream. The only way he gets there is just the last dude on the roster if that ever happens. But I foresee if you're 30-something or older, you are no longer going to be in the.
Should priority one be calling Tim Ream, being like, congratulations, you've had an awesome career.
We're going to give you your send-off game.
We're not even going to do that. We're going to give you a plaque, a scarf, and a little medal. Thank you, not again, because we now need the younger players come through.
Yeah.
They can have a send-off game.
Yeah,
Come on now.
he deserves it
now.
for sure because he said. But anyways, yes, I think he goes down DeJuan Jones. Why can't DeJuan get into this?
I don't
to be
think-
honest with you.
I don't think he's calling in MLS players, dude.
He is.
No, he's not. There's enough body of players playing in other
Do we think
countries.
there's?
I think they lack certain areas where there's some MLS guys that can come in, and there's
Name
not
an
going to be
area.
a lot of them.
Name an area.
I think they lack depth at the outside back position, and DeJuan can play both sides. I think he has a very good chance.
Marilyn Fossey just proved you wrong there, buddy.
No, I don't. No.
Yeah.
No.
we clearly have one person who is pro MLS and one who is.
It's not about being pro. It's not.
I-
It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the simple fact of the caliber of players and the level they're playing at overseas is not here. There's only one guy that I'd actually consider calling in from the MLS, and he's not even a full-on American citizen yet.
Who dat?
He wants Acosta because he's
oh.
going to become an American
Luciano
citizen.
Acosta.
Not because of that, because he is technically really gifted.
So is DeJuan Jones.
Well, I think there is
No, he's
definitely
not.
a
Not at
difference
left and right
between
back.
those-
I'm
He's
sorry.
a lot better going forward than a lot of the other options they've had before. That's for sure.
No, he's not.
And he's
not
a
better than
really
Tim
good
White.
athlete.
Really? Then fucking go play in Europe then.
I'm
Is he like, hey, European contract worth multiple millions? I don't want it. Thank
He's
you.
had a lot of interest from Bundesliga sides. It's just sometimes
go.
contracts don't work out sometimes.
I'm gonna partially agree with Nate and say, listen, there's enough guys out in the Bundesliga and let's just say a Jedi Robinson on the left side who
Yeah, you're not
they've
upsetting
got
a Jedi.
those spots locked up.
Who plays behind him?
I think there's enough players that are now have made their way over to the Premiership and the Bundesliga, and
It's a
one or two in La
fallacy that
Liga.
all those European players are high quality. They get over there because their agent gets them in somewhere, just like Gaga, just like Caleb Wiley,
But a lot
and
of those
everyone
players
else.
are
Actually,
playing.
That doesn't mean they're good.
Yeah,
But they're
I do
playing.
have to agree with him because Gluten Modbach, they just went, hey, Joe Scully, even though you're shit, we're going to just play you. Hey, Jedi Robinson.
He's actually been a lot of
Jedi
he's
Robinson.
caused some of the problems.
Hey, Jedi Robinson, even though, we're at Fulham and we're trying to compete and we'll lose millions of dollars if we get relegated, we just think you're cool. Your name is Jedi. Bring him in.
There's something to be said about, listen, if you're good enough, you're playing, right?
I agree with him.
But I also agree there's one or two players in the MLS that need to be brought in to see if they're good enough because they could be the next player heading over to Europe.
I agree with him on certain players.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with him on players that, like a Gio Reyna, that's only playing 2 games. 100% aligned with you.
Gaga Salina, who
Can't
just
play at
isn't
all.
playing.
100% aligned with you. But when you're talking about a guy who's active starter in the upper leagues, it ain't there. It just ain't. Sorry.
I mean, you
They
could
got locked in.
be an active starter, but don't contribute. You can very much be that player. There's guys that play in all leagues everywhere that play for national teams that start and do very little for their team.
Well, there is, but okay, we kind of got off track a little bit here. Number one, Mauricio Pochettino,
Still on track. Player pool.
player pool.
Yeah, we're still on player
He
pool.
does have to evaluate the player pool. That's not an easy task.
No, that's
That
a
is
lot of
that
players.
is a lot of players. He's it's not like he's been out of the game for a while. He was at Chelsea for a long time, and prior to that, at PSG, he knows a lot of the players. He has obviously done some evaluation. Now he's got to do into the finer details of the American.
So to Brooks's
profile.
point that I think he was trying to make that I disagreed with, but still is a good point. He has to turn over all the rocks, basically. He has to look at everyone. Let's go back to Jurgen Klinsmann and a one Kyle Beckerman that was brought in under Klinsmann. And he wasn't really brought in for the national team at all until he got there. And he was his guy. He was his CDM. He was the dude because Klinsmann loved the work he put in and how he put in that work.
Yep.
He's a good pairing with Michael Bradley.
Right.
For sure.
So that's an example of guy works for the system, love how he plays, boom. And that's what I'm hoping he's gonna shake up.
Yeah.
We're all in agreement that if the head of U.S. soccer comes down and Matt Crocker comes down and says, "Listen, Mr. Pochettino, we're gonna need you to bring these 2 or 3 players in, and maybe 1 or 2 from this league," and he goes, "Yeah, no, you tell me what to do and how to do my job. I'm leaving."
Correct.
We're all in agreement on that, right?
I think that was
That's how
already
Klinsmann was.
for sure.
That's
Okay.
how
That was
Klinsmann
already
was.
before everything. I'm sure that was the first thing is when Pochettino responded, like, "Listen, I'll do it, but I have full control."
Absolutely.
That's what pissed off Landon Donovan first go around.
It did
Because he
yes.
cleaned house and got rid of guys who
Had been there.
had been there
historically
forever.
Yeah.
Yep. And that was what the big uproar was.
Yep.
I mean, there are going to be some
You gotta
guys.
do the same thing.
He's
There are
do
going to
the
be some
same.
guys who've been in the last couple of camps, who've been in the last rosters for the World Cup and Copa Americas, and they ain't going to come back in.
Yep.
Nope.
They're going to find themselves going, should I be receiving a phone call soon? Like, hey, I didn't hear my name. What's
Do you
going
think
on?
Gio Reno's mom already has his phone number?
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Is that what you mean by the phone call?
Mm-hmm.
No, they probably gave Pochettino her number so he could block her or
Block
yes.
this number.
Yes,
Block
block
that.
this number.
Do not talk
Yes.
to this.
Do not talk to
lady.
this lady. All right. Speaking of the Bundesliga, there's a lot of Americans playing over there. Nate, I want to jump in and talk Bundesliga in a couple minutes here. Let's get prepared. We're going to do Bundesliga chat time.
So chatty.
Right after this.
Hi, Brooks. We're at our favorite store, Soccer World in Rochester. We're just gonna do some light shopping. Nothing big. Ooh, pretty colors. Oh, and one of these too?
Ooh, Germany. Nate would like this.
Hey, Brooks, look at all these. Look what I got.
South America. Ooh. Wow, that's not MLS. Cool.
Socks? No.
Ooh, a ball pump.
Next to line.
Sir, you're next.
Right. That's a mannequin. You know that.
Huh?
It's a
Oh.
mannequin.
Oh. Sorry, sir.
Craig, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Huh?
All right, Nate.
Hello.
Hi. How
Hi.
are you?
Good.
Mr. Bundesliga.
Yeah. When it's late at night and everyone's asleep because there's no more content, it's Bundesliga time. Oh, Craig and Brooks, where we don't stop, we go.
Bundesliga chat time.
Number 6.
All right, so listen. In a minute, we'll put up the table for the Bundesliga. But give us a quick roundabout. What's happened through the weekend? How is Stuttgart doing? How is Bayern doing? What about Bayer Leverkusen? Are they back on track? Give it to us, buddy.
Well, the big thing actually, I kind of messed something up, and the team that I thought that was on top did lose, but it wasn't a Bayern. Anywho,
Fair.
Oh.
so to kick it off, we had the team to beat going in, kind of looking really good with all the new signings they had. Dortmund versus Heidelheim, who is undefeated as well. who was sitting on top of the table and lost 4-2. Galatasaray, my former friend and striker.
Scoring goals?
Didn't score, but that was his first start.
Oh, okay.
But you know who played?
Oh, no. Who?
Not Gio Reyna.
Yeah,
He's out. He's groin still. But Leonard Maloney did start, played basically up to the 86th minute before he subbed out. So that ends the undefeated run of Heidelheim, if you will. Then right into the next weekend. My Stuttgart actually won. We did it. We held a lead. Kind of. We scored, and then they scored, but then we scored 2 more. We still won.
They got their together because, you know what? They got a small game coming up this weekend. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it.
We still scored the 21st minute and then got scored on the 27th minute and then scored twice to close it out later in the second half. Hey! We won! We did it! Yay! All right. And then just other things. Did you think Leverkusen was not going to be able to bounce back, Craig?
Oh, I was like, oh, my God, they're never going to win again. This is crazy.
Weren't they?
They're
False.
so done.
False.
We're over them.
They thunderclapped Hoffenheim 4-1.
Woo!
Victor Boniface with a double, an assist, and doing all the Victor Boniface things. Vert's got a goal.
I was about to say, tell me Vert's had a goal. He's got to be
Vert's got a
young player of the
goal.
year at some point here, man.
Yeah,
Florian Verts is incredible.
he's on fire. Unfortunately for them, though,
I don't like that, but what?
well, I'd just say our American center back friend did not get any playing time at all. Wasn't even featured for.
Oh,
Yeah, a little sad.
that's a shame.
All right. Anywho, on to
Moving on.
Wolfsburg and Frankfurt because they got people that play for the United States, and they did not play.
What? What the hell is
Predis didn't play?
No, he did not. He's coming back from an ankle injury still. I think that was the same ankle injury he got when he was with the U.S. team.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. So, but Frankfurt did put in a 2-1 victory, looking good. Then on to, have you heard of this kid named Harry Kane?
No, tell me more. Is he? Oh,
I think he's English.
striker, center back. What are we?
Striker. So for those of you who are like, Holston Kill, right? They haven't won a game. Now is the chance for them to win a game. And if you turned on your TV late, or if ESPN didn't flip it right, you would have missed the first goal by Jamal Musiala that happened in 13 seconds.
Yes, that was a phenomenal. Yes.
So
Very quick.
And then
Very quick.
after that, it's downhill. Kane had 3. Holsey had 1. Remberg had 1. It was a
Sounds like everybody's scoring.
It was a beating. It was a beating. But yeah, I mean, Dortmund sitting at the top of the table again. But the interesting thing, they're top of the table 3-0, but you still have, or not Dortmund, sorry, Munich sitting at the top of the table 3-0, but you have Dortmund, Leipzig, all nipping at the heels who haven't lost a single game. So I think it's gonna be a lot tighter than it was in years past. I mean, last year was, Leverkusen kind of run away with. But the funny part, the comical part, is at the bottom of the table.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. We're putting up the table. There we go. Yeah. Oh. Tell me this funny part.
Oh, wow.
Welcome, St. Pauli and Holston Kiel. Not a win, not a tie, all losses, baby.
Whoa, yeah. Look at
question-
the goals for 1, 1, and 3.
Yeah, look at the goal. Holston Kiel, 3-11. I always say you can tell a lot about a team in their goal differential, and that is speaking volumes right there. So it's going to be who is going to win first with these 3 teams, because if not, it's going to be a long season for them. Next week, Holston Kiel plays Bochum, and St. Pauli plays Leipzig. I'm going to give you a hint. Probably not going to be St. Pauli to get that win.
They're not going to get that win next week.
Not against Leipzig. No, sir.
None of them, because the 2 draw.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, Brooks.
But there you go at the top of the table. You got Bayern, Borussia Dortmund, Leipzig, Heidenheim, Bayer Leverkusen, Frankfurt, and Freiburg run at the top 6. Your Stuttgart in 10th there. 3 games, 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss. 0 goal difference. That's just 0 goal difference after 3 games. Respectable. That's okay.
I think they still have a tight squad. They had some new players that they had to get used to and get in. One of them, is kind of a Japanese American. He's been playing with the Japanese national team. I'm hoping maybe that we can steal him away because we have a guy named Pochettino. Right.
Pochettino.
Possible.
But Chase, the center back,
Interesting.
Arnie Chase, his dad, I believe, is an American. His dad's American, I believe.
Okay.
And his mom was Japanese. Unfortunately, he's been in with the Japanese national team. But he still has that American. He hasn't made a senior debut. You can kind of
Still a chance.
Still a chance.
You're telling me there's a chance.
And he's been starting actually regularly for Stuttgart.
Okay. All right.
So, he looks
I like
he
it.
looks pretty good, and he's got a really big like fro type thing.
He fit in well with the American.
Yeah, exactly.
national
Japanese
team.
don't like afros.
No.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on.
Get over here.
Arnie.
Didn't
Well, with an afro, you have to wear a headband, and a lot of the Japanese.
He does
guys
not wear a
headbands.
headband.
Is it like
It is like huge. It looks so magnificent.
who's the
Like Carlos Valderrama.
No,
Yes!
I was gonna go with who's the Belgium
Laney.
Fellaini?
Fellaini.
No, it's
Fellaini-ish?
more like no.
Valderrama, so it's got some bounce.
It's bounce and
Yeah.
up. Fellaini was down.
It's got volume, Craig.
It's volume.
I want to
gotta
see
use a lot of hair care
I want to see
products
it
for
like
that.
when he goes to head the ball and it gets stuck in there and he goes, "Where did it go?"
You
He
know,
goes, "It's stuck in your hair." He goes, "Oh, again."
you know that almost happens.
Ooh, what?
Almost.
Almost.
But he'd actually be a one to look at 20 years old to try to snipe him in.
Well, Pochettino would have a chance with him, right? I mean, a little phone call there, Mr. Pochettino. We might have a new player. Might have a new player.
Yep.
All right, is that going to wrap us up for Bundesliga chat time, Nate?
I mean, yeah, you could ask why I'm wearing my Stuttgart shirt instead of my United shirt.
I mean,
You could ask that.
I'm going to in a minute, and I'm going to tell you.
You could ask that.
Because they have a game coming up this weekend. Tuesday?
Oh, a Tuesday game? Brooks, what does a Tuesday game mean?
Champions League.
We are the champions.
Turn your volume down, folks. Sorry about that.
I think it's like actually I want to say 10 years since they've been in the Champions League, and here we go, baby.
Here it is.
Here
All
we
right.
go. And Villa.
Yes, sir.
What are they doing this week? Are they taking the week off?
We are not, because we're in the Champions League as well. All right, here are the games, the Champions League that starts this Tuesday, September 17th.
I don't understand this format. What group are we in? Are we in a group? We're playing a group? Are we
You're in your own
grouping?
group.
We're-
You're in your own group.
Huh?
You just play 8 games that are randomly drawn.
Huh?
And if you're better than some of the teams and get more points than some of the other teams and other random things. Yeah, I know. Trust me.
I can't wait to play Real Madrid, though.
I know. I mean, all right, so that's coming up.
Clench
That
your butt
is-
cheeks and pray to God because we're going to Madrid, baby.
All right, so
Gonna come out
here's
with a win.
Here's the games on Tuesday, guys. Juventus, PSV. Young Boys hosting my Aston Villa. AC Milan hosting Liverpool.
That'd be a good one.
That's going to be a
Christian Pulisic.
great one right off the bat.
Yeah.
I mean, that's don't forget that's the final from 2005.
Yeah.
Where AC Milan were up 3-0 at halftime and then lost. Bayern Munich against. I got to put my glasses on because I can't even. Dynamo Zagreb. Yep. And then Real Madrid hosting Stuttgart. 3:00 Paramount Plus.
Forgot one.
Yeah, there's one more. Yeah.
Okay, right.
Sporting versus Lille.
Yeah.
But the big one, the big 2 or 3 there, right? My Villa playing against Young Boys at Young Boys. That's in Switzerland. Liverpool going to AC Milan. Real Madrid hosting Stuttgart. Those are the 3 big ones, in my opinion, for that day. Then we move on to Wednesday, September 18th. Bologna versus Shakhtar Donetsk. Sparta Prague versus Salzburg. Celtic hosting Slavan Bratislava.
I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
the one you've picked out.
Yes. Yes.
Remember when everyone used to
Slavan Bratislava is no joke.
name someone on the team?
I have no comment, bro. No comment for that.
A Sidic.
Yes, you just put
Come
something.
on, if that's an actual goddamn player, I'm going to give this man a lot of
Yes,
props.
seriously.
Hold on.
There's
What do
no
you say? A Sidic?
No. Sidic.
A Sidic or Sidic?
Sidic.
Spell it.
Sidic.
No.
Who's Sidic?
No.
Oh, I got close.
Oh, man.
Got close.
Oh, man.
But no cigar.
But no cigar.
Man.
All right. Rest of the games on that Wednesday are Club Brugge versus Borussia Dortmund.
Remember when everyone got pissed, like when you're playing, oh, you're in Europa, you got to play Thursday. Guess what you do now in the Champions League?
Play on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Yeah.
So many freaking games they have to go to Thursday. Yeah. All right. Manchester City hosting Inter Milan. That is a
Interesting one
rematch of the Champions League final from 2 years ago
Yeah.
when Onana was part of Inter. They're beating 1-0 on the Rodri goal. So Manchester City hosting Internacional, Inter Milan there. PSG hosting Girona. So that's your Wednesday games. Thursday, yes, there are Thursday Champions League games because that's how many freaking games and teams there are now. Feyenoord versus Bayer Leverkusen.
Should
Red
be
Star
interesting.
Belgrade versus Benfica.
Ooh.
Monaco at home to Barcelona. Atalanta versus Arsenal. Atletico Madrid hosting RB Leipzig. And Brest versus Sturm Graz.
I like how the two A teams at Atalanta and Arsenal get to play each other.
It's
It's the battle of the A's.
Battle of the A's. Yeah.
I think the team to watch this week, Barcelona.
Yes, absolutely.
Hansi Flick's been playing well with them.
Hansi Flick is
We're gonna put up that La Liga table in a minute. Barcelona going to AS Monaco. You would think based on the way that they've been playing. So they've had Player of the Month, Young Player of the Month, and Manager of the Month. Incredible what Hansi Flick has been able to do for Barcelona. We'll talk about that in a couple of minutes. Overall, though, even if Aston Villa weren't in the Champions League right now, I'd still be very excited because it's the Champions League. Some of the best teams in the world coming together, and some of these games are just fire.
It's really awesome we got rid of the Superliga, though, so we wouldn't have some type of league format like this.
Thank God we didn't do the Super League.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When's Europa start? Working Man's League.
Working Man's League. I don't even know. It's got to be this. It's got to be next week.
I can look.
Probably.
It's gotta be next week.
Is that how they're going to do it? Every other? Because there's no way they're going to run them right next to each other, right?
Yeah, man.
There's no way. There's no way.
There is actually. I looked at the Villa schedule later in October and November. Villa have 3 games in 6 days. Premiership and Champions League, and they are the games are not joke games, man. They are freaking tough. That's incredible.
So they start, 25th.
They start in 10 days.
Yeah, so it looks like they'll go every other, right?
Yeah.
I would hope so.
25th, 26th. Yep.
God, the
Oh, man. Tottenham's in Europa League.
teams.
Yes.
Eintracht Frankfurt.
Tottenham, who finished 5th.
Everyone's in Europa. There's 36 teams.
I know. Roma.
There's 36 teams.
Maccabi Tel Aviv. All right. There we go.
Powerhouse.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
RFS is in there.
Yeah.
What?
RFS.
Okay.
Real
from
friends.
Latvia.
Real friends something.
Good old RFS from Latvia.
Yeah.
And I am excited to
Malmo.
see them play.
Ibrahimovic's old club.
Hold on. Like, you got RFS, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you got from there, you got Jonas Ikarakanurkowicz.
Oh, those are my
Yeah,
favorite.
he's going to be good. He's phenomenal. You got Jervis Minyas. You got Jota in there
Yeah.
from Gambia. And
Man United's in there.
I'm not going to try to pronounce that guy's name.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Working
Wow.
Man's League.
Working Man's League starting in 10 days.
Yeah.
Rangers.
the Europa.
Anderlecht. There you go.
Anderlecht, yeah. Anderlecht's
Actually, you know what the team to watch in there is?
Give it to me.
Real Sociedad.
Nope.
Nice.
Nope.
Okay.
Galatasaray.
Which one?
Galatasaray.
Oh, Galatasaray.
Galatasaray, the Turkish club.
Ah.
Yeah.
Uziman's playing in there. You got a good team there. It's not bad.
Well, we'll have to talk about that one
Osimhen.
next week. We'll be talking next Sunday about the results of the Champions League, Nate. You and I could be crying. We could be jumping for joy. We could still be drunk from the games that's happening this
all
Tuesday.
things possible.
Everything's possible.
Wake me when
Everything's
the
possible.
games mean something because right now the table's too confusing.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Really, all you have to do is win 3 games in this new format and get a draw, I believe,
In advance.
and you will advance. Congratulations.
You only need 10 points is what you're striving for.
Yep. So, listen, man, go into the Bernabeu and take care of business. Knock those chumps, Real Madrid. I don't even know who that is.
Yeah.
Knock those guys off their perch and get those 3 points, Nate. We need you to do that. The world will be watching.
You got it.
Yep.
We're in trouble.
Real Madrid have been playing all right.
Yeah.
I do want to put up. Why don't we put up that La Liga table right now? Here we go. La Liga. Barcelona just running away, man. They are killing it. 5 games, 5 wins, 0 draws, 0 losses. 17 goals for, 4 against. Atletico Madrid in second. Real Madrid there in third. 3 wins, 2 draws for Real Madrid. 9 goals for, 2 against, +7 goal difference. Down at the bottom, Valencia, Las Palmas, and Getafe. Yeah.
Las Palmas, come on now.
That's your squad? That's your La Liga squad, Las Palmas?
I mean, whatever, something palms. I mean, I think that's what it means, right?
You just think palm trees.
Yeah, you know. That's that guy named Killian Forgot Me or something that plays for Real Madrid?
Who? Killian Forgot Me,
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, the guy that's struggling to score, right?
I think he scored again this weekend. He scored another one this weekend. He's got 3 goals minimum right now.
I think Nate liked that one.
I did. I love me.
He usually doesn't like my dad jokes, but there you go.
That's not a dad joke. You
He gave you like the silent clap of, well done.
That was.
There you go.
That was a pun.
Or sorry, pun. Yes,
It's a pun.
It is. Yes.
Okay, all right.
Gillian forgot me.
Oh, boy. Yeah, so there's the La Liga table. 5 games in. Barcelona. Did any of us have Barcelona winning?
I don't know.
I mean, I'll pick Real Madrid. It was a straight. I think it was
I know.
straight across.
I think all 4 of us went,
Yeah.
Real Madrid, Kylian Mbappe, let's do this.
But that's before I think they pulled a few levers. You know what I mean? And that picking.
No, I know. It's just
picking up
funny that we
Danny-
all say that, right?
But picking up Danny
Danny
Olmo,
Olmo,
and then
who, by the way, got injured today.
and then Yamal coming out, breaking out, and being the player he's at. So
Yep.
Yeah.
you can't count on Hansi Flick, man.
Did you
Hansi
really
Flick
think
with the team.
that much of a turnaround? I mean, they were in trouble last year. They were
Dude,
they were
it's Flick.
struggling.
You just
He
needed
won.
structure. You need to bring someone that came in with structure, and that's what
Flick.
Hansi Flick does.
Walked into Munich, won everything,
Yep.
Yeah.
and then said, "F you."
What he brings.
I hate the board, and I'm out.
Yes.
That's real life what happened.
Correct.
Hansi Flick. I mean, I'm just surprised with the current squad he had that he was able to do that. 5 games. Look at the amount of goals. Look at how they're playing.
I think they're the team to beat, man.
Oh, right now, absolutely they are. They absolutely are. Speaking of La Liga, I was poking around on the old YouTubes today,
Go on.
and I came across Jude Bellingham's channel that he has.
Oh wow.
Just like Cristiano Ronaldo has his own channel.
Is
you
it
know?
like half of Ronaldo's followers?
I didn't even see the number of followers. I think I might still have it up.
Please tell me there's a music video.
No music video, no.
Damn.
No, he's only got 586,000 subscribers.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, Ronaldo's got like 100 million.
He's
right
only
now.
like a couple behind us at We Are Soccer.
Yeah.
Jump change numbers, buddy.
But I came across this video, and he looks like he's doing the exact same thing that Cristiano Ronaldo's doing. They're making their own shows and putting them on their own channel. They didn't sell to Netflix, they didn't do whatever. So I think it came out 3 days ago, the episode
Smart.
1. And it had 1.4 million views.
Yeah.
Was released 3 days ago. Yeah.
Smart. Be like Netflix. You want something? You have to buy my stuff. and pay
Yeah.
me
So
money.
I think he's got maybe two episodes up right now. I'm really intrigued. It was fully produced. It's really well done.
Is it like the life of a soccer player or something?
The first one's called. The first one is called "Out of the Floodlights." It talks about him leaving Borussia Dortmund and heading to Real
Okay.
Madrid. Behind the scenes, the signing,
Yeah.
looking for a place to live. His brother also signing for Sunderland. 28 minutes long. Highly recommended.
Nice.
So if anybody's looking to watch a new show, the Jude Bellingham channel on YouTube, episode 1, Out of the Floodlights. Highly recommend it.
Yeah. When you're starting your documentary about you creating We Are Soccer.
That's a good question.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, probably tomorrow.
Okay.
Probably tomorrow. Yeah. I'll have the first video done within about 2 hours. Yeah. Be
Okay.
good. All done.
All
Easy
right.
enough. Easy. Listen. If Jude Bellingham and Cristiano Ronaldo can do it, of course I can do it.
Fair. Fair.
Easy there. All right, so I do want to talk about some MLS stuff, Brooks.
Yay.
Do you want to get to some MLS?
Sure.
19 games, right? 19 goals for Mr. Messi and 15 assists. He's the quickest.
He hasn't played in a long time, too, because that ankle injury.
He didn't. He didn't play for 3 months. First game back, put 2 balls on the back of the net in Philadelphia. I saw him and Kevin Sullivan got a picture together.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We're going to keep playing that out for as long as they can.
Hey, man. But Messi comes back, 2 goals. His team win. They are already locked up and into the playoffs. he still played 90 minutes.
Mhm.
He still played 90 minutes. So I think Suarez had another goal too.
Yeah, probably.
Suarez, is he the Golden Boot right now?
Let me look at that right now.
Yeah, let's look at that.
I'll see that.
I think Suarez could actually win, and I will have to look at the predictions again. I think I predicted this at the beginning of the season.
Here we go. Here are the goals. Top players here. Christian Benteke with 19.
Dang, okay. What? All right.
Arango, Bouanga, and Suarez are all on 17. So currently your leader is Christian Benteke.
Dang.
DC United.
Okay.
Yes. Luciano Costa, leader in assists with 18. Followed by Evander with 17 and Lionel Messi with 14.
Messi's going to win MVP, right? He has to.
I don't know. He didn't play for like a couple
He has to.
months.
It doesn't matter.
He has to. Even if it's a popularity vote, I think he still wins it just for the fact that he's been the best player in the league. His team won without him, though, right? They've been winning a lot of games.
Yeah.
They won a ton.
They have already gotten their playoff spot.
Yep.
Them, Cincinnati, and Columbus.
Yep. So there is your table right now, Major League Soccer. Inter Miami, 28 games played, 19 games won.
Yeah.
5 draws, 4 losses, 24 goal difference.
Yeah. The big disappointments here in the Eastern Conference, if we have that table up, have to be the definitely New England Revolution.
Oh, absolutely.
Caleb
My
Porter
God.
coming in, and it just hasn't been good, and there seemed to be some dysfunction. And Kessler goes to St. Louis City, and DeJuan Jones gets sold to Columbus, which is a good move for him. And so that's going to be quite a rebuild for New England. And then
You say New England's the biggest disappointment. The biggest disappointment for me is Nashville.
sure, yes, but
Last
they,
year,
well, they
up
got
in the top 5.
well, they fired Gary Smith
Yeah.
after he won a game early on in the season. He didn't start off well, but they won, and then they fired him. And they took a while. They had an interim coach, and then B.J. Callahan. After the Berhalter stuff and everything,
Yep. But he hasn't been able to turn it around yet.
No. I mean, listen, there's a lot of guys on their last year of contracts for Nashville, so that team is going to look totally different. They're going to evaluate everyone, and they're going to see what they want to do. Chicago being good old Chicago and
Doing what they do best, lose.
Yes, they finally got whatever you want to believe. Heights is now gone. The
manager?
The European general manager. That didn't really change much. I guess the biggest thing you can say is he sold Duran to your Villa. I think
19 million.
Yep, Shaqiri wasn't very happy with him because apparently Shaqiri wasn't getting paid all his monies that he was owed. And
Whoa.
Yes.
But hold on. Wait, that's
Yes.
not to do with the club, though, right? And that's to do with the league?
no,
Because the league is the one who actually signs
No.
the contracts.
No. Apparently, George Heights had something to do with that, or some internal stuff. So,
Well,
yes.
that's interesting. So someone
Yes,
wasn't
he's screwing
getting
it over his own Swiss national team guy. So yeah,
It's like, sometimes you can't trust these MLS teams to come from Europe that you're going to get playing time or
Exactly.
paid.
exactly. Philadelphia sitting in 11th. That's a shocker too. Atlanta, so they're no more Carlos Bocanegra. Carlos Bocanegra's bye.
See ya.
So that's a good restart for the Atlanta United.
Philadelphia Union, 11th.
Yes.
11th. 28 games, 7 wins. Jim Curtin not getting it done this year with that team, huh?
Yeah,
Disappointment. Plus 2
I don't know
goal
why they
difference.
kept Bedoya. I think Bedoya was useless to keep because they have other guys that play his position. I don't know. It's been a struggle with them. DC United over the hump. Toronto FC. Mr. John Hertzman. They're no longer below the playoff line. So there you go, right there. That's a good deal for TFC.
Yep. Okay.
And Orlando, NYCFC, Charlotte doing well. Got some different teams here. So
Playoffs.
yes.
Playoffs.
FC
All right, let's look at the West real quick. Western Conference, LA Galaxy leading the way.
That's the shocker right
Yeah,
there.
55
What a turnaround.
points. They were dead last year for most of the
Yes.
most of the season, and
Yes. Good job for Greg Vanny. And then they got rid of Chris Klein. Just got rid of some front office guys. They're like, nope, can't, don't need you anymore. And there you go. LAFC hanging around. Colorado up in the top
Incredible.
5.
incredible. Everybody
They were
picked
at the
them to
bottom.
finish dead last because of the way they were not spending money.
Correct. And then Real Salt Lake doing really well. Whole new coaching staff essentially with Pablo Mastroeni. Got rid of all his assistants and all these new guys and doing well. Seattle hanging in there after starting a little slow. Vancouver in there. Got all the Cascadia teams. Portland sitting in 8th. And Phil Neville's been doing a decent job. But Danny thought they finished last in the in the Western Conference.
Didn't you and I pick Minnesota United to finish with a wooden spoon?
Yes. But they have been doing well since that new former Man U assistant coach came in and took over.
Yep.
San Jose being San Jose-esque, and Lucci, the former FC Dallas head coach, Lucci Gonzalez getting canned, and St. Louis disappointing, SK CeeLo disappointing after their run last year. Austin FC, Josh Wolf probably has to be on the hot seat there, I imagine, because the new GM that came over from Man City last year, I'm sure he's really evaluating stuff. So FC Dallas is still there. They're only 5 points out, but this is it's interesting. That's why I like the parity.
I mean, St. Louis City are 13th. After 29 games, they've won 5. Last year, they won their first 5 games of
They were
their
good
existence.
last year.
They were great.
They also fired their head coach.
What the hell happened? They just couldn't get it back going again at the start of the year?
Well, I mean, they kind of changed things up a little bit, got rid of some players, made some trades, and
Maybe you don't do that if you've got a winning team. I'm just saying.
It's a couple injuries too.
All right.
But
it's not
just
a
how
good
it
year,
is.
man. Just last year they were on fire, and then all of a sudden this year, 29 games.
Yeah, San Jose's
5
got to figure
wins.
it out, and it's pretty disappointing with Kansas City. And again, should Peter Vermees have both roles as sporting director and head coach? I don't know. That is a very
That's
big
become
question.
like something that's really gone away now, hasn't it? Where the coach has the dual role of GM and coach. That can't happen anymore with how expansive of a search you have to do and how much work you have to put in. It's definitely 2 roles.
correct.
It's not 2002 anymore.
Correct. I will say this with Seattle Sounders in 5th, Brian Schmetzer just kind of hanging around and doing his thing. I do applaud him just he plays Brian Schmetzer ball, and they bring the academy kids in, they get the internationals, and they get the other domestics, and they get results.
All right.
Vancouver, the surprise as well, in 6th place.
For sure. All right. We're going to be back right after this.
I'm Craig Hearn. Today, I'm here with the football doc, Dr. Zachary Atwood. He's going to show me some simple exercises and stretches to do before my soccer games. Because to be honest, I'm getting a little older and I need to be better prepared for these games. All right, he's got some stuff he's going to show us. Let's jump in.
What's up, guys? Dr. Zach here with Craig. We're going through a dynamic warm-up here. Super important, especially in this age group as we get older. A lot of guys that I see, they go right from their car and straight to the field without any warm-up. We want to make sure that we're getting the body warm, we're getting loose, we get the heart rate up so that we can help reduce injuries. All right, guys, so I've got Craig currently doing some grass sweeps. He's doing a Frankenstein stretch, and he's also going through some pogos right now. Whoa, Craig, what the hell?
Yep. Sorry, Doc. All this newfangled dynamic warm-up, this and that. What's wrong with my old warm-up? Oh, yeah, the doc was right. Definitely need the new warm-up. Oh, good Lord. All right, we got a couple of videos we're going to show you soon as well. But before we do that, I want to highlight the NWSL table and show you where they're at there. 20 games. Most teams have gotten to 20, a couple there with 19. But as you can see, it's still Orlando Pride leading the way. And Washington Spirit, Trinity Rodman and the gang in second on 44 points. KC Current in third. Gotham FC in fourth and running out the top 5. North Carolina Courage. Down the bottom, Houston Dash, Utah Royals, and San Diego Wave.
Being coached by interim head coach Landon Donovan. Anyone notice that Orlando Pride have not lost a game yet this season?
The Orlando Pride have not lost a game.
Yes, it's
Oh
the
my word.
longest winning
my God.
streak in NWSL.
I did not
history
even
they
notice
still
that.
have.
36 goals for, 12 against, a plus 24 goal difference. That's incredible.
Yeah.
That really is incredible. So Landon Donovan coaching the San Diego Wave. How's it been going with him? Any idea?
I don't know. I mean,
We'll have to check in on that. I want to see how he's doing. I want to see what his changes he's made. Has he got any wins? Have they scored any more goals? They got a negative 19 goal difference. Negative 8 goal difference. That's not bad.
no.
Not bad, but you do find yourself in 12th out of 14.
Oh, it's weird. You got like Seattle Reigns, usually always good, but a lot of players are retired. They've traded some players away. We've got some Michigan folk on racing Louisville now. We got Miss Bethany Balser from the west side of the state, and
Saw that, yep.
who's the Courtney Peterson, local girl from around here that played for Hawks and UVA. So
Yep.
got a few over there, and
Michigan ties.
yeah, some Michigan ties here, and then playing Chicago Red Stars as well. So, and I think the Thorns picked up what's her name that played for the Hawks in UVA? She played with Courtney. There's another girl, Michigan girl that moved to the Thorns. Yeah.
Michigan
Yeah.
players represented all over the league. Great to see.
Yeah.
All right, Brooks, Nate, I've got some videos for you here. These are some bomb videos.
Do I have to watch?
You're gonna love it.
Are you sure
You're
about that?
absolutely gonna love it. All right, Brooks and I went to the Michigan State-Washington State
Oh.
game.
Washington, not Washington State.
Whatever.
Did they have hot
All the
dogs?
same.
They do. They sell hot dogs and fries.
Did you guys get a hot dog and fries?
No,
I did not.
I should have.
Sorry.
I should have.
I was
I was actually
disappointed.
really
You know what I
hungry.
like to do with hot dogs?
I don't want to
I
know.
don't wanna
Family
know that.
show? Family show?
Put mustard on it.
Okay.
And a pickle and like little cucumber.
You put the relish on there?
Not really. No,
Just
just
a-
a
just a
regular
pickle?
pickle. and
Okay.
a little, you know,
I do
it's
mustard
celery
and
salt,
ketchup.
little celery salt,
Ah.
good stuff. I like to gourmet it up a little fancy.
Yeah.
And everything I've just said is going to be more interesting than this shit.
Okay, you wish. We'll see. All right, here it is. Number one play on SportsCenter Friday night. Let me see if I can load this up here. Where the heck? did
Gotta
it
have
go?
been a slow
know.
Friday.
Are you ready?
Look at this bicycle
Ooh, karate kick.
from
Left back
Munson.
right there, Nate.
Brandon
I'm
Munson.
gonna see it from another angle. It's
Oh
a
my
phenomenal play.
goodness.
When we were watching it live,
You're
it
not
was
gonna get
incredible.
Many better
Here you go.
line
This angle here
clearances than that.
takes a little
He
dink in.
can't use
I
his
gotcha.
hands and
Saves
does an
his
incredible
goalie.
acrobatic
What a play! That
backflip.
kept it
I
0-0 at the
Were
time.
you guys sitting over there?
We were
Up.
actually up in the stands.
Yeah.
All right, here's the goal that won it
Out now
for
with an
Michigan State.
opportunity.
Turnover, he wins it,
Breaks
and
right and
boom!
left one rip.
Up
And
where
it
the
goes.
spiders live, my friend. What?
Look at that.
Oh.
Michigan State.
Wow. Can you show that again?
Yeah, it's gonna come in.
No. Let's see it again. Let's see it again.
Yes.
Hold on. Let's see it again.
Like a bullseye.
You like goals from long distance?
Hold on.
huh?
Hold on. Let's see this
With
again.
the
Oh my
target
Out
God.
being
by
the
the goalie,
top
by the way.
corner.
Don't-
I gotta look at this again.
Fuzzy.
I gotta look at this
Oh.
again. I gotta see it again.
All right, hold
I
on.
gotta see
Here
it again.
Here it comes again. Here you go.
Stout
Ready?
now with an
Here you
opportunity.
Oh wow!
Let's
Look
rip.
at those shrubs in the background. They really even those out. I can't believe that. That's-
They
Can
do
you
a
go
great
back to that? I
job.
really want to see those shrubs.
No, we're gonna let it. All right, we got one more goal. This is a Western Michigan
Yeah.
player here.
Today.
Check out the distance. That's
Somani
Johan Duran
shoots.
distance.
Roni Salamani.
Problem there is there's no shrubs.
Yeah, no shot.
Let's see it.
And then you got like track stuff in the background.
A lot of track stuff.
A banger of a goal though.
It took a few minutes.
Roni Salamani.
Where's the shrubs?
We're gonna watch it again. Ready? Look how far he out. Must be 40
Salmani
yards.
shoots.
One time I got
and
drunk in Western
scores.
Michigan when I was younger. I was walking around right about that area.
I was down in Nashville. They were playing.
Beaumont down to 10, and
Yeah, it's
Well, I guess it wasn't
it
that
took
area.
a
in a
few
way,
minutes.
that's how drunk
But
you
Rudy
were.
Silmani
I didn't
from
even
distance.
realize. All right, so yeah, that was.
Well, Nashville needs to update their field and get some shrubs.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm just saying.
Be tough to grow shrubs on the.
I don't think Belmont has enough
Astro
space to
grass
build
there.
the field, so they have to use other fields.
Yeah.
I want solutions, not excuses.
Don't bring me
folks.
problems and
Fair enough.
excuses. Bring me solutions. All right, boys, that's going to wrap us up. Everybody, thank you for joining us. Very much appreciate it. Thank you to Soccer World for being a great partner over the years. Thank you to Next Level Training, Aaron, Dylan, Scotty, Renato, and the boys, the best trainers around. Thank you to Michigan Jags, one of the best places in Michigan to play and have your youth player at. Thank you to Thomas McGee's. Wow, I was down there yesterday. What a great time we had for the Everton-Aston Villa game. Liverpool fans, not so happy as they were
Why?
leaving because they lost to
Oh
Nottingham
yeah, to the
the Nottingham Forest
top
team.
ranked Nottingham Forest.
Thank you to the football doc, Dr. Zachary Atwood. If you are injured, if you need rehabilitation, hit up the football doc, Dr. Zachary Atwood. All right, that's going to do it for us this week. We'll be back same time, same place, same bat channel next week. Cheers.